Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will open up illustration arts and SARs from Generation 5. I built this channel to collect all the illustration arts and SARs from all generations of Pokemon. As you can see for this video, we have Caterpie for the Pokemon of the day. That means we are on our 10th video. So all of you that have followed, thank you. And I appreciate you for watching my content.
Get this disgusting bug away from me! Oh? Please don't come any closer to me! Pika pika. It's so gross. Ash, put that slimy thing back in the Pokeball! Bugs are one of the 3 most disgusting things in the world!
Aside from you, what are the other disgusting things?
Very fun!
Let's get in right into this and see which cards we're gonna open up. Generation 5 will be split up into 2 videos. I also have 1 card from Generation 4, and I have a shiny Pokemon from Paldean Fates from one of the other generations we've already completed. Let's see what we have. Starting off, this will be the 1 card from Generation 4. It's from New World Manga in Livingston, New Jersey. And here is the 1 card that we didn't have from Generation 4. It's Darkrai. This card is from Crown Zenith. And it just took a little bit longer to get here. Really nice one, honestly. It's kind of funny they didn't center Darkrai in the center of this card. But it's a good rendition of Darkrai, and I'm excited to add it. Again, at the end of this video, we'll put all these cards in our binder and add them to the collection. I'm putting these in Pokedex order, and we'll see how much I've spent on each generation for this. So we'll show Generation 4 and Generation 5 about how much we spent so far. And there's Darkrai. Moving on to Generation 5. The first card we have here is from Nerd's Kingdom in Denver, Colorado. So let's see what's in here. And from Nerd's Kingdom we have Fracture. This card just got released in Shrouded Fable less than a month ago. I have bought all the cards from Shrouded Fable so far, except for maybe 1 or 2 of the illustration arts and SARs until the prices come down. But this card was around $6, so yeah, I thought it was time to get it. I really like this artwork. We have a couple Axews over here that don't actually have an illustration art yet, but this is Fracture just here sitting on a waterfall. And I like how he knows the ability Unnerve. It kind of matches the theme of the card. I really like this one. All right. The next card we have is from LZ Card Shop. It is from Mount Carmel, Illinois. And from Mount Carmel, Illinois, we have Conkeldurr. This is a Foliar evolution of Timber. This is obviously from the Pokemon Go set. This was a SAR that was only around $3, so pretty affordable for anyone to get. But it's honestly kind of basic, which I can see why it's not really worth very much. The card actually is kind of curved. Maybe it's just been sitting around too much, not into a binder. But out of these cards, probably one of the least favorite ones that I've seen. Let's move on to the next card. Next one is from All Access Card Shop in Wisconsin. And we have Excadrill. Another really nice artwork. This card again, another one that's only is less than $5. But Excadrill's right here in a cave working with some workers eating a cookie. See right here, he's got a cookie. There's also another Excadrill and another one right here. This one's actually looks like he's sleeping on top of him. But Generation 5 is a set for illustration arts that it's really inexpensive. There's not a lot of big cards that have been released. There's not a Zekrom, which is the legendary, or a Reshiram that are released for illustration arts and SARs. I did see a rendition for an illustration art of one of those, and I'll include that on here. It might be coming out soon. We don't really know for sure yet what set it's gonna be in, but let's move on to the next card. This one is from Kingslayer Cards in Miami, Florida. And this company sent me, what is this? I have no idea what this is from, whether it's, I don't think it's Dragon Ball, I don't think it's obviously not One Piece, maybe Vanguard, I guess there's 2 of them. Hold on, I guess there's 3 of them. I don't know, alright. But it is Semi-Seer. This is another one from Crown Zenith. When I first saw this card, I really liked the design of it. It honestly kind of makes me think of Chinese or Japanese, which makes kind of sense because Pokemon is from Japan, but I really like this Semi-Seer. He also is eaten in here. He's eating like maybe a Pekka berry in the Pokemon world, or in the real world, probably like a pear. But we have a bunch of different images of Semi-Seer. At the end of this video, let me know which one of these cards you like the most. I got a feeling it's probably going to be the shiny from Paldean Fates that we'll have somewhere probably near the end of the video. This next one is from Pennsylvania. You'll see that some of these I did have to open up. I wanted to make sure they were Generation 5. So that's why some of them I did take a peek at. And we actually do have 2 cards from this one company. First is Mencino. Mencino does have an evolution already released in illustration art, so it'll be in this video or the next video. But he's making he or she is making a mess, kind of like the Riolu in the last video. But there is Mencino, and then next is the Minxiao. So that's a fighting psychic type, I believe, in Pokemon. Really not a whole lot to the picture, but it does look really neat. So there's those 2, and we're gonna move on to the next one. The next card is from the Gaming Warehouse in Granville, Michigan. And the next card is actually the Evolution. So here, I'll put them next to each other. You can see Minccino with Cinccino. To me, it sounds kind of Italian, which is actually where I'm located right now. There's those 2 cards together. They're actually in the same spot, so it's not really like a combination artwork. They just look kind of similar. So you do see we have a rendition right here with Marill. We have, what is it, like a Skitty, I think, and this right here is a substitute. You also have, interestingly enough, a little Mr. Mime. I don't know if PokeRev ever noticed that. That's a card or a Pokemon that he doesn't really like. But there is Cinccino. Let me know what you think of that one. And we'll move on to the next one. Next one is from Underworld Cards in Raleigh, North Carolina. And we'll be adding Ferrothorn to the collection. This is from one of the more recent sets, Paradox, Rift, or Temporal Forces, maybe Twilight Masquerade, I'm not sure. But Ferrothorn is coming down some stairs, and it looks like there's like a jungle right there. Kind of an interesting artwork. That doesn't really make sense where there's a jungle into an apartment or a house. But I like how Ferrothorn is smiling. You can see he's got like a cheerful eyes right there. There's another card added to the collection. Next we have Mox Valley Games. This one's from Portland, Oregon. And from Oregon we have some garbage. This Pokemon has got a lot of hate over the years, but everyone, once they see it, they're like, what? Why the heck is there a Pokemon made out of garbage or trash? But this illustration art is actually costs a little bit more than some of the cheaper ones. It's actually around $5, I believe. So maybe people like paying for Garbodor because it's kind of like almost like a meme Pokemon. Its pre-evolution is actually like a sack of trash. I should have named it Sack of Trash instead of Trubbish is that its actual name. But there we have Garbodor. And we have a few more left. Wildcard Cyclone, Temple City, California. And next we have Sandile. This is actually one of the first Pokemon illustration arts that they came out with such a big close-up. I believe this is from the first set for Scarlet and Violet. So the newer cards like Infernape and Okidogi and Pheasantipity, they all have kind of a close-up of the Pokemon. This is a really close-up of Sandile. They don't have the evolutions for it, for illustration arts or SARs yet, but they should be really cool ones because I really like Crocodile and each of the line for Sandile. For Generation 5, that was one that I liked using a lot in the video games. But this one was only a couple dollars again. And let's move on to the next one. This one is from Midwest Games in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I'm actually from Indianapolis, so I think that's kind of cool. And from Indianapolis, we actually have one of the more expensive cards for this opening, and it's Genesect. Genesect is from the set Fusion Strike. As you can see, it knows Fusion Strike system. This card was around $15 to $18. But it's kind of cool. You got Genesect breakdancing. You got a Smeargle over here. Looks like he's just vibing. Might be high, who knows? But there's a boombox right here, so you can believe he's doing the dance. Who watched the breakdancing in the Olympics and saw that Australian chick, Raygun, doing the bunny hop and the windshield wiper? If you don't know, I don't know where you've been. But there is Genesect. So here we have the one card I have from Paldean Fates. It's a shiny Pokemon that is from Generation 1. So you can probably guess what that one is if you know Pokemon cards, but this one is from Missouri. So here we have the card known as the Bubble Mew. I got this card right at around the right time. I got it for, I believe, $85. It did get dipped down to around $78, I think. But right now, I'll put the price amount of where it's at right now, but it looks like the average market price is around creeping up towards 100. I saw this card ever since it came out and I really liked it. But you have a little bit of a Bellsprout here, Oddish, Diglett, 2 Diglets, Poliwag, and a Rattata. But if you didn't know, Shiny Mew is light blue. So in the binder, I'll put this next to the regular Mew. And we'll add these all to the binder now and see how much we spent for Generation 5. And we'll calculate Generation 4 since we added that Darkrai as well. Alright, so first we're gonna put the Bubble Mew in there. So here it is, close up. And we're just gonna put it right here. If you wanna get a glimpse of all of my Generation 1 and Generation 2 illustration arts and essay arts, you're gonna have to go watch one of my previous videos. They're titled on my channel, so you can check those out if you wish. So we're gonna move all the way to Generation 4. And I hope we get this second binder in the mail here pretty soon so we can put these all in Pokedex order. But these are the ones from Generation 4, and we're gonna add Darkrai, which you can see right here. And Darkrai will go right there. So for this opening, we did have 11 cards from Generation 5. So starting off, we'll add Simisear. Simisear will go here. Excadrill. Conkeldurr. Sandile. Everyone's favorite trash Pokemon. And we get to add the duo of Minccino and Cicino, or Cicino, however you pronounce it. Ferrothorn, Fracture, Encino, or Minchow, and Genesect. So there you can have the 11 cards that we have for Generation 5 so far added to the collection. That's gonna do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a like and subscribe if you enjoy this sort of content. And shout out to Caterpie again for being the Pokemon of the day. We have one more video for Generation 5 and then we'll be moving on. Already purchased all the cards through for Generation 6 through Generation 9. There's just a few that I have not gotten yet. So stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video.